Well, Bob, another week of the garden show has concluded, and we are expecting a lot of rain this weekend.
Yes, it's going to be 2 to 4 inches of rain, which will make your grass really grow, so probably going to want to get out there and mow. If you have any areas where you have bare spots or moss, you can spread those extra clippings over those areas, and that'll definitely help fill some of those areas in. So don't feel like you got to throw those clippings away.
Well, there was a couple of questions about moisture for some of the plants that are flowers that are actually being grown, but there's probably one of those things that needs to be a real key, though, too. Don't oversaturate it, but also needs enough sun, too.
Right. We had questions about hydrangeas today, so you want to plant them in a spot where they get probably morning sun and afternoon shade. They need to have good consistent moisture, but not be flooded, and then have a nice layer of mulch around them, and they should do quite well for you.
We also had a question about, it looks like a freeze crack on a tree. How do you treat that?
With freeze cracks, which occur typically in February, you want to go out there and spray that with pruning sealer, and then it's not a bad idea to fertilize the tree because it can outgrow the freeze crack if it's healthy and growing.
And also, especially in the Battle Creek area, it's very tough to grow blueberries, and we had a question about that today too.
Yeah, blueberries really like to have a soil pH of about 4.5 to 5. They're allergic to urea, which is in most fertilizers, so you have to make sure you're not using something like 12-12-12. They want a lot of organic material in the soil, they want mulch around their roots, and then they need to be fertilized with something like Iron Plus or Hollytone or both. They're heavy feeders of nitrogen, so they need to be fertilized about 5 times a year to really get that good growth on them.
But they especially like sandy soil and not the clay that we have here.
Yeah, and if you have clay, you've got to mix a lot of organic material in it. It can be grown in clay. They just need to have a lot of organic material because that's what they really want.
Anything else we need to look for this week?
Yeah, it's going to be time to start thinking about getting your garden ready if you haven't got it tilled up and all that kind of thing. Some of the cooler season crops can still go in. Your lettuces, your peas, those type of things can go in, but not quite ready for tomatoes or peppers just yet.
All right, sounds good. And we'll see you next week.
All right.